Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Gurjot and I'm based in British Columbia. On this channel, I share videos about early childhood education, licensing, teaching licensing in British Columbia, and a lot more. As promised, I'm back today with all your answers, with answers to all the questions about BC teaching licensing. And without any further delay, let's dive into the video. Let's get started. Now, before I begin with the questions, I just wanted to let you know that this process is not that hard, but it is for sure time taking. It's a long process. West takes around 1.5 to 2 months to just update that they have received your documents. And once they have received it, they would take another 1.5 to 2 months to generate your report and send it to Pathways to Teach Canada. At one point, I did receive an email from West stating that my documents have been received and they are working on the report. There was also an exact date that by this date, your report will be generated and shared with Pathways to Teach Canada. But that never happened. It took around one more month for West to send that report to Pathways to Teach Canada. So during this process, you have to be very patient and just trust the process. So let's begin. The first question is: do I need to send the proof of professional standing and proof of teaching practicum to my university? Like, I have to email these forms to them? So, simple answer is yes, you need to fill in part 1 and part 2, and then you can email these forms to the university or college. Universities have digital relationship with WES, so once they are done with the forms, they can send the forms back to WES electronically. However, if you get it done from the college, it would be easier, but sending it back would be a process because now you cannot send it back electronically. So you have to send the forms back through mail. The address is mentioned on the forms at the bottom. Second question is: could you please elaborate on 22A International TEP additional information? Where should I upload it? So, this form you do not have to upload it by yourself. This letter has to be sent by your college, it has to be through their official email address. This is basically the syllabus, the course that you studied. I have shared about this document in detail in my last video. I'm going to share the link as well so you can check it out. Next question is same 22A TEP letter. So actually I have shared my exact 40 pages long TEP letter that my college provided TRB on my behalf. So it's gonna be really helpful for you. So you should check it out. Moving on to the next question, I have doubt about my reference number. My previous West reference number is 7 digit, but new application number is not 7 digit and it's alphanumeric. I also mentioned my previous West reference number in my application. Now I'm confused which one should I use for correspondence. So now you are doing your WES for Pathways to Teach Canada. It might be starting with P in majority of the cases. It's starting with P. So for correspondence, you are going to use your new reference number that is alphanumeric. Previous WES reference number was mentioned on the form. It was just so that you don't have to submit your transcripts again. So for any type of correspondence, you are going to refer to your new reference number. Moving ahead, international TEP form again, and it says that do I have to send by email? Is it important? So I already answered about international TEP, but I'm going to answer the second part of this question. It says, do I have to send it? So you do not have to send it by yourself. It has to be sent by your college. And also, it is important. Every document is important when you are processing your license, when you are getting your license, because until and unless you submit all your documents, your application is not complete. Your application will be processed only when it is complete, only when all the documents have been submitted. So, all the documents are important. I have already done West. Now, do I still need to get my university to send transcripts to Pathway to Teach Canada, or is there any other solution? Because I have already paid a lot of fees. So, if you have already sent your transcripts earlier, you have done your West earlier, you do not need to send the transcripts again. When you are going to fill your application, you will be asked for your previous West reference number. Once you fill in that reference number, your application will be connected with that. Your application will be based on that application, your previous West application. So you do not need to send the transcripts again, but you need to get the process done again, definitely, because it's a customized report for Pathways to Teach Canada. Moving on to another important question. So, my B.Ed was in Punjabi, but I had my English subject in BA. I have experience as a teacher while teaching English in India. May I use that experience as English proficiency certificate, or I can apply for English proficiency assessment on behalf of my BA English subject? I need your help. Okay. So, as I can see that your B.Ed was in Punjabi, and that is fine, but very important, do not assume things by yourself. Do not assume that you can provide alternate documents without being sure of, because that can actually ruin your application. Your application will get delayed, it will get stuck. So make sure whatever you are submitting, you have to be sure about it. The best way to be sure about what documents you can submit, what are the alternates, is to always check your pathway. So even on Pathways to Teach Canada website, there is a tab, as you can see, determine my pathway. So click on this pathway, fill in your questions, fill in your experience, and then you can determine whether you need language proficiency certificate or not. And yeah, so this is really helpful. Moving on, we have मैंने पाथवे से अप्लाई कर दिया है और अपने कॉलेज से फॉर्म फिल करवा दिया है एंड दे हैव डायरेक्टली सेंट इट टू वेस्ट. कुड यू प्लीज़ टेल मी कि मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा कि मुझे LCATP टेस्ट देना पड़ेगा या नहीं? ओके, सो शी इज़ आस्किंग दैट हर फॉर्म्स आर ऑलरेडी सेंट टू वेस्ट फ्रॉम हर कॉलेज. How will she get to know? So, as I told you earlier, West takes a lot of time to update your documents. They will get updated. You will see a change like documents have been received, we are working on your report, and such updations, but it will take time. Secondly, about LCATP, so language proficiency, you can check it through Determine My Pathway on Pathways to Teach Canada website, as I shared with you earlier. Moving on to the next question, I have doubts for teaching practicum. It should be from school where you taught or from where you completed your B.Ed. So, my dear, this form has to be done from your B.Ed college. From the college where you did your B.Ed, this form has to be done through that college and not your practicum school. So, this question reminds me of myself because when I was going through my process, this is what I experienced, that identification on my profile shows not received. And though I had updated it, it did took a long time to show on the website, to show on the West website. And it was really frustrating. I wasn't sure if I did it right or did I do something wrong. So, finally, what I understood was that it does take a lot of time for West to update the documents. Even when I uploaded my document, my identification document, West will not update it one by one. Like today, you are updating your identification. After 10 days, maybe they are receiving your teaching practicum. Maybe after 20 days, they are receiving your employment document. They are going to update all the documents together and not one by one. That's why it takes time. And yeah, as I told you earlier, they take time. They take a lot of time. Moving on to the next question, we have, did you attach any West academic record request form? I am stuck at a step where my university sent transcripts to West. The issue is my university wants a form which clearly specifies the address to which the transcript needed to be sent, but I don't have a form. So I did use the academic record request form when I sent my transcripts to West, which was earlier. And now, since my transcripts were already with West, I did not go through that procedure again. Some universities do ask for the academic request form. So that is pretty much available on the West website. You can download it and you can send it to your university to get your transcripts. So Manpreet says that I did my B.Ed from Riot College Roper. Do I need to get teaching practicum form and professional standing form from Punjab University or Riot College? So you can either get it from university or from Riot College, doesn't really matter. But I just feel personally that getting it from your college is more easier than getting it from your university. So this user says that they have already done their West, that is, they already sent their transcripts earlier, and now that they're doing their West for Pathways to Teach Canada, when we check required documents, it do ask for upload degree certificate. What do they mean by that? So this is a very important question. So if you have done your West earlier and you are doing it for second time, like for Pathways to Teach Canada, it will show you degree certificate. It will show you, in the required documents, but just ignore it because you have already done West. You have also mentioned that reference number in your new application. It will get updated automatically. Don't really worry about that. Next question is about name identification document. So, what should be the primary document? What should be the secondary document? In my previous video, where I have shared in details about all the documents that are needed for BC teaching licensing, I have shared about these documents in detail. So, please check it out. I'm going to attach the link as well. So the next question says, could you please share the information about professional information, authorization to teach information? I have no experience in classroom, but I have only done teaching practicum, so I'm confused what I should fill in these blanks. So I have shared independent videos on these forms. You might be able to relate with them as a new teacher, as someone who has zero experience in classroom setting. So you can check it out in those videos. I have shared what exactly you can fill in those blanks, basically the whole form, how you can fill it in. Moving on to our second last question, that I have already done my VES and paid a large amount for it. Can I have VES send my transcript directly to the TRB, or do I need to do it through Pathways to Teach Canada? So it's pretty clear. I have shared with you earlier as well. You cannot send direct VES report because the VES you are doing through Pathways to Teach Canada is a customized report. It focuses on your Bachelor of Education. It focuses on your teaching practicum, on your teaching experience. So you cannot send it directly through WES, but you have to get it done through Pathways to Teach Canada. Finally, we have our last question, and it says that for academic transcripts from college, do we need to fill Indian address for Punjab University or have to be mine Canadian address? So basically, whenever we are getting transcripts from our college or university, the transcripts have to go to West directly. The transcript will go from Punjab University to West. It should not come to your address, whether it is Indian address, whether it is Canadian address. It has to go from your university, I'm assuming Punjab University, to West directly. Do not order it to your address, whichever address. Do not order it. You are just going to waste your money and spend a lot of time as well. So make sure you are ordering your transcripts from your university to West directly. I hope I answered all your questions. If I missed on something, please feel free to comment below and ask your questions. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. All my best wishes to you for your licensing process. I'll see you soon in my next video. Till then, bye bye.